Hello, I'm Masume Farhad, Chief Curator and the Ebrahimi Family Curator of Persian, Arab, and Turkish art at the Freer Gallery of Art and the Arthur M. Sackler Gallery. Today, I would like to introduce you to one of my favorite objects in the collection, known as the Freer Beaker. Measuring a mere 12 centimeters in height, this finely made ceramic vessel may be small in size, but it's monumental in its importance. Made over 700 years ago, in late 13th century Iran, the beaker is entirely covered with images. There are 12 scenes retelling the love story of Bijan, the son of a noble Iranian knight, and Manijeh, the daughter of King Afrasiab, Iran's greatest enemy to the east. It is the earliest and only complete depiction of the story. Set in irregular sized rectangles in 3 stacked rows, the episodes circle the beaker from right to left and top to bottom. In order to see them all, you have to rotate the beaker 3 times. The organization of the images is not different from that of a comic strip, in that the episodes together tell a larger story. Here, however, there are no words to advance the narrative, suggesting that the patron and those privileged to use the beaker were already familiar with it. So what is illustrated here? Drawn with quick, fluid lines, the figures have a wonderful spontaneity and energy. The lovers meet when Manijeh catches a glimpse of Bijan resting near her tent after a boar hunt, and she falls madly in love with him. As it is true with many women in Persian classical literature, Manijeh initiates the relationship, and the two spend several blissful days and nights together. Eventually, Manijeh's father finds out about the tryst, arrests Bijan, and throws him into a pit. The distraught Manijeh appeals to Iran's great hero, Rostam, who comes to the rescue and releases Bijan from the pit. A rare happy ending in a Persian romance. The story also occurs in a slightly different version in the celebrated epic, the Shahnameh, the Book of Kings, which was completed by the poet Ferdowsi in the year 1010. According to Ferdowsi, he heard the story of Bijan and Manijeh from his beautiful companion on a night that even the moon seemed fearful of the skies. The early 13th century beaker, however, was done some 100 years before episodes from the romance appeared in illustrated Shahnameh manuscripts. It is noteworthy that the narrative on the beaker begins with a figure drinking and concludes with another one holding a cup, attesting to the function of the object. The beaker also invites us to relish a love story by slowly turning it while feeling its delicate, cool surface and enjoying whatever liquid is inside. Although there are no words on the cup itself, it must have surely encouraged lively conversation and dramatic retelling of the romance. In other words, the beaker was meant to stimulate our sense of touch, sight, sound, and taste, all at once. An extraordinary work of art. I look forward to looking at the beaker with you before too long.